You can do it. What do you want? What do you really want? Just consider this question for a moment. What do you want out of your job and career, your relationships, your goals, your life? I'm sure you have dreams. Maybe you've got something you gave up on a long time ago, or something that you've wanted for a long time, or even dreams you're working on right now. But oftentimes, when there's something you're doing or something you want to do, you fear that you're not going to be able to accomplish your goal, or you think it's impossible, or you think the time isn't right or circumstances aren't right. So you wait around, making little to no progress on it while you wait for inspiration, your circumstances, or your life to change. Well, here's the truth. Nothing is going to change unless you do. It all starts with you. Whether you succeed, whether you fail, whether you win, whether you lose, whether you get what you want or not, it's all up to you. Your destiny is within your hands and your hands only. No one else has as much power over your life as you do. You've got to believe this. You've got to see that it is all up to you. Only you. If you want something, you've got to make it happen. But the only way you're ever going to achieve any of your dreams is if you're absolutely and unquestionably determined to do so. You cannot have any bit of doubt in your mind. Doubt is the worst enemy to your dreams. Doubt can destroy dreams if you let it grow too strong. You've got to believe in yourself. You've got to know that you can make it happen. The quickest way to destroy doubt is to prove to yourself that success is your only option. If you see success as the only outcome that you will accept, there's absolutely no way that you can fail. You cannot fail unless you stop trying. Because if you don't give up, that means you can keep trying, and if you keep trying, it is guaranteed that you will reach your goals sooner or later. If you keep trying, the only option can be success. For example, if you're driving to visit a friend, the only outcome you will accept is if you reach your friend's house. If you get lost along the way or encounter detours, it's not like you're going to accept that fact that you can't get there. You're going to find a way to get there. And the same is true for your dreams. You will find a way to get there if you're determined. Success has to be the only option you'll accept, though, to make them come true. How do you get yourself to see that you truly have to succeed? One thing that I find helpful is to look at the alternatives. You've got to look at your dreams and your goals and think to yourself, if I gave up on accomplishing my dreams, if I determined that they were too hard to reach, or I kept making mistakes, or things just weren't happening for me, what would my life be like? How would I feel about it? If you gave up on your dreams right now, if you declared all of them to be lost causes, how would you feel? If you settled for less, if you just lived your life without accomplishing the things you wanted to do, what would your life mean? What if you decided you should give up and just go back to being average and going through your day-to-day life where everything's the same as it's always been? Wouldn't that be horrible? To simply exist, to regret your choices, to let each day pass without meaning? Don't you want your life to be better than that? When you think about things that way, your desire to succeed, to win, is even stronger. On one hand, you have happiness, and on the other hand, you have a life that means nothing to you. When you look at things that way, success is the only option. If you want to be happy, you've got to do what you have to do. But the thing is, which person you become, which life you live, is entirely in your hands. Unless you do something to change your life, everything is going to remain the same. Unless you do something different, you're going to live that dull life, devoid of ambition and true happiness. Unless you change what you're doing, unless you achieve your dreams, you'll have to live in a way that you don't believe in. As Thomas Jefferson says, if you want something you've never had, you've got to do something you've never done. You can't sit there and do the same things day after day and expect things to change. If you're not working on your goals yet, you've got to begin on them immediately. If you are working on them and things aren't taking off yet, if you still feel like you're far away from success, you've got to do something different. You've got to go a step above and beyond what you've been doing and what you thought is possible. You may be worried, though, and you might feel a little bit afraid. You hate the alternative to the life of your dreams, yet you fear that you won't be able to reach your dreams and you'll have to settle for failure. You absolutely do not have to settle for failure. You never have to settle for failure. There's always a way out, always some way that you can succeed if you try hard enough. Many of the most successful people were met with difficulties. They had to persevere despite their circumstances. Thomas Edison tried 10,000 times before finding a light bulb filament that worked. At any point in this, he could have decided that his idea was a failure and given up, but he didn't. He knew that every time he found something that didn't work, he was one step closer to finding what did work. He succeeded because he knew that success was inevitable if he kept trying. The only way to achieve your dreams is to vow, to declare, to give yourself no option but success. If you are determined, you won't settle for anything less than what you want. The only possible outcome is success. You've got to promise yourself that you will accomplish your dreams. You've got to make yourself believe that everything you want to do is possible, and that you have the power necessary to accomplish all of those things. You've got to know, unquestionably, in your heart, that you'll keep trying until you achieve success. If you keep trying, there's no possible way you can fail, because you always have another chance to try again. If you keep trying, you can do whatever you want, have whatever you want, and be whoever you want. It is all up to you. It all begins when you figure out what you want and you believe entirely that you can make all your dreams come true. Be brave, venture out into the world, and make your life absolutely fantastic. Walt Disney perhaps phrased this best by saying, "All our dreams come true if we have the courage to pursue them." You have the power to make your life everything you've ever wanted it to be. The world is yours the moment you declare that you will make your dreams come true. All you have to do is begin. You can do it.